Here's a brand new Omni-Fi original. How do you mourn a species that writes poetry about stars it will never see?
The iron smell of Krennic hung heavy in the air as Threx stood before the memorial stones. 28 names carved in Kren script, each a life extinguished too soon. But among them, one name burned brighter: Captain Elias Vasquez. The human had fought beside Threx's clan for 3 cycles, his courage as undeniable as his mortality. "They come like comets," Threx murmured, his 4 fingers tracing the edge of a ceremonial blade. "Brilliant, brief, gone before we've fully witnessed their passing." The other warriors of the Iron Paw clan waited in respectful silence, their amber eyes fixed on their leader. This was Remember's duty, sacred, immutable. Yet Threx's thoughts kept returning to Vasquez, who had died shielding a Kren warrior from plasma fire. The human sacrifice deserved remembrance, but the Remember's poem had no words for other species. The stones speak only Kren, Threx realized, a weight settling on his shoulders that even Krennic's gravity couldn't match. The Remember's chamber was carved directly into the mountainside, its acoustics perfect for the deepest resonances of Kren's speech. Threx sat cross-legged on the obsidian floor, surrounded by glowing crystals that amplified his voice to the clan. His lower arms moved restlessly across the drum-like instrument before him, his traditional accompaniment. "Remember the mountain that stands when the storm has passed," he began, the rhythm slow and mournful. "Remember the warrior who fell defending the pass." But as he reached the point where he should honor the fallen, his voice caught. How to sing of Vasquez. The human had died with a blade in one hand and a sonic pistol in the other, a warrior's death, yes, but also something uniquely human. Threx's upper hands found the strings of his lute while his lower hands kept the drumbeat. "Remember the one who fought not for clan or creed," he improvised, "but for the stranger who stood beside him." The clan shifted uneasily at this deviation from tradition. Remembering was one thing, this was something else entirely. "That is not the Rememberer's poem." The voice cut through the chamber like a blade. Threx looked up to see Elder Krell, his fur grayed by 4 centuries of service. "You sing of humans as if they were Kren. They died defending Kren," Threx replied, his voice rising despite his efforts to control it. "Vasquez gave his life for Iron Paw, and we will remember him as a hero," Krell countered, "but not in the poem. The Remember's words are for us alone, our history, our strength, our blood." The other warriors murmured in agreement. Threx lowered his gaze, his shoulders slumping. "Then how do we remember?" he asked quietly. Krell's response was immediate. "We remember them as we remember the forge that made our blades, necessary, but not part of the blade itself." The metaphor stung. Threx knew Krell spoke for traditionalists, but he also knew Vasquez had been more than a tool to the clan. He had been family, and family was remembered in the poem always.
Threx found himself walking the path to the Orni Enclave, a place few Kren ever visited. The air here was different, lighter, filled with the scent of salt and something like ozone. Elder Gren awaited him, his tentacles gently stirring the air currents. "I feel your disturbance in the deep waters," the Orni philosopher said, his voice slow and layered. "The Rememberer's words trouble you. How do you mourn those who are not of your kind?" Threx asked, the question raw in his throat. Gren's bioluminescent patterns pulsed softly. "The shallow waters see only their own reflections. The deep knows that all streams flow to the same ocean." Threx didn't understand, but something in the metaphor resonated. "The human who died, Vasquez, you called him?" "Yes. He left something behind." Gren produced a small crystalline device. His final message, recorded as the plasma fire consumed his ship. "He spoke of you, Threx. Of your honor." The recording flickered to life, Vasquez's voice, strained but clear. "Tell Threx that warriors are warriors, no matter the shape. Tell him Iron Paw is my clan too." Threx's amber eyes glowed brighter than Gren had ever seen them.
The next evening, as twin suns painted Krennic in hues of amber and violet, Threx returned to the Rememberer's chamber. This time he brought not his instruments, but Vasquez's recording device. The clan gathered, their expressions wary but curious. "Remember the mountain that stands when the storm has passed?" Threx began, his voice strong once more. "Remember the warrior who fell defending the pass." He paused, then held up the crystalline device. "And remember the one who came from another world, who fought not for clan or creed, but for the stranger who stood beside him." He activated the recording. Vasquez's voice filled the chamber, rough, human, yet undeniably warrior. The Kren warriors exchanged glances. Then, slowly, one by one, they lowered their heads in respect. When the recording ended, silence hung heavy. "Remember the forge that made our blades," Threx continued, his voice thick with emotion. "But remember too the hand that wielded them. Remember all warriors, for strength has many forms." He struck a single note on his lute, a sound that carried not just through the chamber, but through time itself. The Remembers poem had changed, and in that change Krennic itself seemed to sigh.